The rise and fall of the greatest show on earth for over a century. The Ringling Bros and Barnum and Bailey Circus dazzled audiences across America, earning its title as the greatest show on earth. It was a spectacle of acrobats, clowns, and exotic animals, capturing the imagination of generations. But behind the bright lights and roaring crowds lies a story of ambition, competition, and ultimately change. The birth of the circus. In the mid-19th century, American entertainment was dominated by traveling shows, but no name stood out more than Phineas Taylor Barnum. A master showman and businessman, Barnum built a reputation for his extravagant displays, including human oddities and exotic animals. In 1871, he partnered with James A. Bailey to form P.T. Barnum's Grand Traveling Museum, Menagerie, Caravan, and Circus. It was more than just a show, it was a spectacle, traveling across the country by rail. Meanwhile, in 1884, a group of 7 brothers from Wisconsin, the Ringlings, started their own traveling circus. Their show was smaller, but growing fast, relying on talent, innovation, and shrewd business tactics. Merging the giants, by the turn of the 20th century, the Ringlings had built a circus empire, acquiring competitors and expanding their reach. When Barnum and Bailey's show found itself struggling after Barnum's death in 1891, the Ringlings saw an opportunity. In 1907, they purchased Barnum and Bailey Circus, uniting the 2 biggest names in show business. For years, the 2 shows operated separately. But in 1919, following World War I and the challenges of maintaining 2 productions, the brothers merged them into a single, grand production, Ringling Brothers. And Barnum and Bailey combined shows, the greatest show on earth, the golden age of the circus. The 1920s and 30s were the golden years of the circus. Thousands flocked to the massive tents to see daring trapeze artists, lion tamers, and trained elephants. The show crisscrossed the country by train, setting up elaborate performances in city after city. At its peak, the circus was an unmatched form of entertainment. Stars like the legendary clown Emmett and the fearless aerialist Lillian Leitzel became household names. But behind the magic, challenges were mounting. Challenges and decline. By the 1950s, America was changing. Television was becoming the dominant form of entertainment, and audiences no longer relied on traveling shows for spectacle. The circus struggled to compete. In 1946, the show abandoned its traditional big-top tent for permanent arenas. But even this couldn't stop the decline. Over the decades, the use of animals, once a staple of the circus, became a growing controversy. Activists and changing public attitudes toward animal welfare led to legal battles and protests. In 2016, Ringling Brothers retired its iconic elephant axe, a move that pleased animal rights groups but further weakened attendance. Just a year later, in 2017, Ringling Bros and Barnum and Bailey Circus shut down after 146 years. The era of the greatest show on earth had come to an end. A new beginning? But the story doesn't end there. In 2023, the Ringling Bros announced a revival, this time without animals, focusing instead on human performance and cutting-edge stage production. Whether the circus can reclaim its former glory remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the legacy of the greatest show on earth will never be forgotten.